Good day, ladies. May the Lord bless you and keep your feet on the path of righteousness. My name is Sharda Losala, and I have Simeon with me today. Now, today's topic is going to help you secure a good understanding of walking in true love. The good book tells us, yeah, the good book tells us that we should love our neighbor as ourselves. It's a pretty cliche saying, but since the saying is one that encompasses a majority of the laws of God, then it's pretty important for us to understand how to really do this. So, don't worry, I'm your sister, I'm here to help. I'm here to tell you that it all becomes clear when you learn to shift the control off of other people and onto yourself. Again, it becomes clear when you learn to shift the control off of other people and onto yourself. Let me clarify. I'm specifically talking about your desires, your attitudes, your bad habits, unprofitable routines, all that good stuff that you've become comfortable with, the things that are a part of you that you have constructed within yourself, okay? Before you found the Most High, all right, or before the Most High found you. I have a few notes here that I'm going to read to you specifically on this topic of controlling the flesh. When we learn to control our flesh, we grow in understanding. We become more considerate of others and those closer to us. We can understand their quirks instead of trying to change them. We can understand the power of praying for their transformations instead of trying to mold them into what we want them to be. Instead of wanting to see the reactions that we want, the responses that we anticipate, we try to control others in subtle ways on a daily basis. How do we control our flesh? Well, we do that by being brutally honest with ourselves. I wrote, in your quiet time, instead of rattling out random prayers, try asking the Lord a specific question. Every day, ask Him to remove the veil from your eyes and show you what parts of you are not godly. Ask Him to see yourself as other people see you. Imagine you are looking at an angry you, a frustrated you, an annoyed you. The you screaming at the kids or your best friend. And critique it. Critique yourself in those specific situations. After that, you should make a list of all that you've noticed you want to improve on. And the final step is the control. Okay, control. At this point, I think I'm going to toss the word control out and replace it with the word resist. So, revisit that list and be more aware every time you're in those situations where those behaviors come up. When they surface, you need to acknowledge it, repent, and let it go. Holding on to those things only intensifies the feelings. And it harbors demonic control over your life. You know what I mean? So if you've resisted to the point where you feel like you're going to just burst into a million pieces, then don't be afraid to ask for deliverance prayer. That's a really good time to get deliverance prayer. Who knew you could grow perfect in love if you just became bolder and more self-aware? Ha! You know, God knew. Don't you just love those little parables that he puts in the Word? After all, the good book says a good quality of a woman is to be sober-minded. And this is a good way to regulate those emotions in a healthy and loving way. So, how does this help me to love my neighbor as myself? Well, I'll tell you, okay? I wrote, if you're sober and more aware of the magnitude of struggles, imperfections, and problems that you are working on within your own walk, then it's easy to look to your neighbor and understand that they are dealing with just the same thing. Just as many insecurities and problems that you have within you. And just as you will learn to love yourself as you overcome trials in life, you will be able to relate and feel for your neighbor just the same and encourage him or her to run the race too. You will love your neighbor as yourself eventually. Now, this topic just focuses within a few verses of the Bible. Keep that in mind. I know that there are scenarios where the kind of love changes. For example, there are seasons where loving your neighbor may involve stern rebuke or dealing with repetitive negative behaviors and so on. But for the most part, I focused mainly on the compassionate side of love. Mr. Simmy! So I just wanted to clarify that. I focused more on the compassionate aspects of loving your neighbor as yourself. I hope this helps someone, and see you next time. Bye. Say bye. Say bye. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm all grumpy. I'm a grumpy grumper. Give mommy a kiss. Can you give mommy a kiss? Ah, grumpy grumper. Bye.